Now here I have Modern Fashion Illustration, Simple Techniques for Stylish Drawings by Holly Nichols. It was published in 2023 by Page Street Publishing. It has 176 pages and it's a paperback or softback. Now I wasn't originally going to buy this book because it's talking about alcohol markers and digital illustration, the two things I do not use. But I managed to have a little preview online and I decided this book has something that other books don't have that I really wanted to show you. So we will have a look inside, but first of all I have to mention this lovely cover. It's so silky and smooth and I love the colours. So we will have a look and see what we've got in here. So first of all we have the contents. Now we have What is Modern Fashion Illustration, Creating the Form, Telling Your Story, and Tutorials and Templates. So we start with an introduction by Holly. It's quite a long introduction, but it's very interesting. We then move on to What is Modern Fashion Illustration, and this is a history. So it just talks about different types of fashion through the ages. And then we move on to Tools of the Trade and Basic Supplies. So Holly will tell you about her favourite markers and some alternatives, why she uses the markers that she uses. But if you don't have alcohol markers, you can just start with your water-based markers or even your coloured pencils. This is just such an interesting book. And you can gradually add alcohol markers if you want as you go through. And if you love alcohol markers, then this book's perfect for you. Now I really love the guide to colours. I love it when an artist shows you the actual shades that they use. So we've got greys, skin tones, hair colours, pale pastels and supplemental colours. We have some more basic tools and then we have the digital tools. Then we have Creating the Form. So this is a guide to proportions, how a fashion model moves. We have body parts, features, faces, putting it all together. And we move on to beautiful hair with different styles and creating shape. And then we have sketching the styles. So this section here shows you different types of clothing and how it will sit on the body. This book's quite springy at the moment. I haven't had this book very long, but you can weigh it down when you're using it. You want it to stay open, and of course the more you use a book, the easier it is for them to stay open. So this page here is fashion accessories. We have hats, shoes, purses, swimwear and underwear. And then we have the fun bit, the colouring techniques. So it starts with basics, how to hold your marker, how to keep the colours nice and smooth, some blending techniques, fabric tones, and illustrating textured fabrics, because you don't want all your drawings to look flat. You want to be able to show the different types of fabric, make your illustrations interesting. And this is the bit I think makes this book really different and special, building a background. So this is something I don't really see in other books. So we start with simple backgrounds, adding objects and elements, fully sketched backgrounds, and real life backgrounds using a photo for the backgrounds. So I think this is a really special addition to the book. And also telling your story. So we have creating a narrative, choosing a season, position and pose, props, scale, outfit choices, and then we have something that affects everyone, have ever experienced, and this is moving past creative block. And then we move on to tech time and going digital. And using social media, building your brand. And we have tutorials and templates. So these tutorials are step by step. The first two are using markers, I think the colours are really lovely in this book. Very easy to understand, very clear. This is the second tutorial using markers. And then we move on to the digital illustrations using Procreate. Again, step by step. And then we have here our templates. So we've got some figures, some faces, and then just a fashion fun colour it in. So just some colouring fun at the end. And the index here. And it says at the back, the step-by-step guide to becoming the next big fashion illustrator. So of course you'd like to be the best illustrator as well, and I think this book really will help you. It's going to help you improve your illustrations, it's going to help you learn so much, and I think it would really appeal to younger people because it's got here the digital and the markers. It's got that wonderful section on backgrounds and the narrative, creating a story. I just think it would appeal to a complete beginner, anyone who wants to improve their art, and even someone who's a little bit older starting out. This is such an easy to follow book. I just think this is a lovely book. It's a nice size. You can see here it's not too big and too heavy, easy to carry around with you. And so that's Modern Fashion Illustration by Holly Nichols. I'm glad I had a look at this book because I think it is quite unique.